Callum, it feels like I should be saying welcome back to you here at Starks Park at Raith Rovers. You've played here for many times for different other clubs. How does it feel to get your future sorted out for the next 2 years at Raith Rovers?
No, firstly, thanks for welcoming me. I'm glad to be here. As you say, it feels like I have been here a lot against yous, not with yous obviously, but no, I'm delighted to be here and I can't wait to get started.
You mentioned off camera that over the years there's been several shouts, several mentions about you coming here. As a local guy, you're from Cowdenbeath originally, it must be nice to have something sorted out so close to home.
No, as you say, obviously I'm from Cowdenbeath, it's generally 10 minutes on the road. So yeah, there's always been that kind of speculation of me coming here when I was at Airdrie, but it's ideal for me. As I've said, it's so close to home. For 2 years as well. As soon as I seen that, I was happy to sign it, and now I'm just can't wait to get started.
Yeah. It gives great security and great comfort to you and your young family. You've got a 2-year-old son, to have your future sorted out for the next 2 years.
Yeah, obviously, as you say, it's a young family I've got. So close to home for the next 2 years, it's going to be perfect, especially for them coming to watch the games. For me, going to training, it's everything kind of just was an advantage coming here, which couldn't really turn down in the end, especially with Raith Rovers as well being such a big club in my eyes. I'm just very happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm getting a sense very quickly of something of an excitement in you, that you're glad to be here, and also when we think about your past times with other teams, as we said, walking up the side of the pitch there, you played here in that infamous 4-4 draw when Hamilton came back from 4 goals down. You'll be looking to get involved in some more exciting games, maybe with a better result than that day.
Aye, no, as you say, it's an exciting time to be at the club, especially with the new owners and things coming in. John Potter, I spoke to him on the phone when I was signing, and he laid out all the plans that was going to be happening, a lot of refurbishments in the stadium, things like that, so it's all looking very exciting. So as I say, it's a great time to be at the club. It feels like a real buzz around the place now, and I'm delighted to be a part of it. And then on to the 4-4 game that you were talking about. Obviously the games are always crazy, but no, I'm hoping to be on the better end of results like that when I come here.
Yeah. A big factor when you move clubs, and you've done it a fair few times now at a young age, a big factor is catching up with people again that you worked with in the past. You mentioned John Potter, who was your coach when you were at Dunfermline in the youth system. Yep. I think that was right. Yep. And also very obviously Ian Murray, who was your manager at Airdrie in your loan spell, and when you went back there.
When I went back, yeah.
So good to be working on under those two experienced heads again.
No, it definitely is. They both gave me a call a few days ago, and obviously I know what they're both like, so it was pretty easy for me. It's all just hopefully going to click into place. I've worked under both of them, so I know what they both want off me, and they know what I'm like as a person and as a player, so it's pretty easy, hopefully a pretty easy transition for me to come in and just get right down to business.
Yeah, and talking about yourself again as a player, what is it you're going to bring to the squad? You know, obviously you're left-sided, you can play left side of the attack, you can play up front, out and out. What are you going to bring to the squad? I'd
say my main attributes are good pace, running in behind, quite powerful, like to chip in with goals and assists, get myself in the box at every opportunity, work hard. I always make sure if I'm not playing well in a game that I'm always working hard for the team. So yeah, that's what I'll hopefully bring to Starks Park.
Yeah. And another new signing that we talked to recently, Josh Mullen, he was saying how he's particularly obsessed and interested in stats and numbers. Looking at your numbers, just very quickly, I was able to see that over your career you've scored once every 4 games or so, but last season once every 3 games. Is that something you're going to be looking to improve on? And are there any other areas of your game that you want to enhance?
As you say, I didn't really used to look into kind of stats, but I think over the years it's kind of getting more important now in football stats. And as you say about the goals as well, I actually didn't know that about the goals, but I'm trying to improve every season. I feel like I've been doing that. I've been scoring more and more every season, and assists as well. I want to chip in my assists. feel like I can maybe improve a wee bit on assists. I feel like I'm always so focused on getting goals, which is not a bad thing. I always feel I always want to be right up there with the top goal scorers at the end of the season, and I've managed to do that in the previous seasons in League One. So I'm ready to take that step to Championship and hopefully get in with the goals.
And of course, this isn't your first time in the Championship. You know, off the top of my head, Dunfermline, Alloa, and Hamilton. You've played at this level a number of times now for a relatively young player. That's going to help you in your transition into the squad and in the team. Yeah,
hopefully it will stand me in good stead. I feel like I've learned a lot over the years for the number of clubs. As you say, I'm a young boy, I would still say, at 23, and I feel quite experienced for my age. I've been to a lot of teams and played in a lot of different leagues, and I feel like it's stood me in good stead to hopefully come here and play in the Championship, and hopefully just get right down to business and get the games under my belt.
Yeah, and looking at the other signs that have come, we mentioned Josh Mullen there, and very obviously you're aware that Jack Hamilton is signed. It must be exciting to be thinking about going into a team with them and all the established players, Louis Vaughan, Ethan Ross, Aidan Connolly, and so on, fitting into that system and sparking off each other.
Yeah, it's as you say, there's so much good players here. It's turning into a very good squad. Especially when I seen the other two signings, it made me even more excited to come. There's going to be competition for places. It's going to be hard to get a game, but that's what a good squad. You need that in this league. It's going to be a tough league. You've seen the teams that have came up, that come down, so it's always a tough league. You know that, but I'm really looking forward to it, and just as I say, I just generally just can't wait to get started.
Got you right. And finally, as a former player from the west side of Fife, you know, you came through the ranks at Dunfermline.
Yeah.
You know, we can't ignore that. It's going to be nice coming out of Starks Park and have the majority of people cheering for you. You'll be desperate to get out and performing in front of the fans.
Aye, obviously you always want a good reception for the fans and that. And I've played here a number of times. I know what the fans are like. I know they make a lot of noise, and I can't wait to get involved in that.
Great, sounds good to me. Well, thanks for that, Callum, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.